Jarvis, start the class video. Let's go ahead and jump into what we're going. We are still continuing with the matrices that we were doing before the break. I think we've got about 2 weeks left. Let's take a look. We go to the grade screen. Let's see what we have this week. This is week 30, March 27 through 31. I've already done one of mine, one practice assignment. We have 3 assignments, but we have some videos in there. We'll look at that in just a minute. So next week, we have 3 practice assignments and the quiz that will cover both of these weeks. So pay attention to what you're doing this week because you got a quiz over next week. And then, okay, so we have 3 weeks. And then we have 1 practice assignment and a final quiz before we move on to Module 8. So we'll be moving to Module 8, which will basically wrap up the year, right? Because seniors, and most of you are seniors, not quite everybody, but most of you guys, this will be your last week of school right here. And then finals are like the next week. So this will finish up rational functions to finish the year. So we're almost there, guys. Almost there. So this week we have these 3 things. Let's look what videos go with that. Again, here's the week 30 folder. Open that up. I've been looking at most of these videos already, and I've done the one assignment. Transforming vectors using matrices. Using matrices to transform 3D and 4D vectors. So there's the practice assignment. 4 questions. So you have a video that shows you how to do this. And then we got matrices as transformations. You know, you've done transformations in geometry, and we've done transformations in here, where we're transforming a graph, quadratic graphs up and down and all that good stuff. We can use matrices to do transformations. And then a matrix from a visual representation of a transformation. So you got a couple of articles there and then a video that talks about it. So this will describe it as an article that you can read through, and then the video with the practice assignment on that, on understanding matrices as transformations. And then the last thing covers is the determinants. Determinant of a 2x2 matrix. There's a video and a practice assignment. So that's what we have this week. I want to show you the determinant thing. It's really pretty simple. They want to do a 2x2. So if we have a 2x2 matrix, and let's say it's 3, 0. There we go. We'll have that. And I'll do a second one that doesn't have a 0 in it. Just to show. So we have a -1, and we have a 2, and a 5, and a 7. So the way you do the determinant is we're going to use these numbers here. And let's see, we got a different color. Got all my highlighters put away. Yeah, I use my orange one. These numbers here. So the determinant, if we call this positions A, B, C, and D, the determinant, this is always good for your notes for determinant, would be A times D minus B times C. That's how we find the determinant. AD minus BC. So AD, A and D, 3 times 0 is 0 minus B times C. That's 1 times -4 minus -4. So 0 minus a negative would be 4. That's the determinant for this matrix. And we'll get more into what we use determinant for in the next week or so. We just want to, how do you find the determinant? For one thing, it has to be like a 2x2 or a 3x3, or there's different ways to do determinants. But you can't do like a 2x1. You can't do it of a 2x1 because it's AB minus BC. We'll get into this later. Right now we're just doing 2x2s. That's the only one we can do this week. 2x2s. This one would be -1 times 7, which is -7, minus 2 times 5. -7 minus 10, so -17 is the determinant. So, but your video will show that too. That's a very short video. The determinant is like 1 minute and 10 seconds or something. It's a very short video because the determinant's not real difficult. You just have to remember the AD minus BC. And the minus often is what trips a lot of people up. Minus AD minus BC. So if BC is negative, you're subtracting a negative, which means you're adding. All right. So keep that straight. So we've got 3 assignments. Again, they're all short. You've done several of them already. It's just 4 questions, and it'll check. You hit the check, and it'll let you redo it if you didn't get it right, because it wants to check that you're understanding. That's why it lets you go back and correct your answer and try it again. Are you understanding? If not, you have the videos you can go back and watch right before it steps you through. The videos are really good at just taking you step by step by step through the material. And you do have the articles. Let's look at this article right here. So look at that. We have this matrix from the visual representation and transformation. So it shows you a 90-degree rotation. You got the arrow. See, a green arrow is pointing up and a red arrow, make it bigger. Green arrow pointing up, a red arrow pointing left. If we did they started this way and rotated that way. See, that's a 90-degree rotation. We understand a 90-degree rotation. That's just a little 4-second visual representation of that. So it talks about the matrix that you would use to do that. Then they give you a different problem. They said, okay, what if we had this? Starts this way, and now our transformation does that. That's crazy. So basically what you saw is this point right here, the 1, 1, was stretched out this direction. See, now it's over here at 1.5, 1.5. So you get to choose which one of those did that. So anyway, there's videos that show you how to do all of that. So it doesn't just throw you out there and say, do it. Videos are very good at explaining exactly how all of that works. So make sure you go through the videos, make sure you look at the articles, and try the 4 problems for each of those things that you're learning. And then next week, we'll have a quiz that will cover this stuff along with next week's stuff. So simple as that. But like I said, we're getting to the end. Matrices is a lot of time where people make up some points if their grades suffer a little bit, because those quizzes shouldn't be too bad if you've watched all the con videos. If you watched all those videos, the quizzes aren't too bad, and you can usually do that. And a lot of times can raise your grade if it's not where you want it. Hopefully your grade's getting there, because we're running out of school. I mean, like for your seniors, you're really running out of school. Your school's just about to expire, and you move on to the next part of your life, which is exciting. Remember those days. Don't get spring fever on me yet. We've got to push forward to the end just a little bit. Fortunately, it's cold enough where it's hard to get spring fever. Right now, we got winter chill still going on a little bit this morning. It's a little cold. It's frosty on the windshield this morning when I left the house. So it was thin, but it was there. All right. I guess that's it. If you guys don't have anything you want to brag about on spring break, I'll let you go. But anyway, I'll see you Wednesday if need be. Otherwise, next week. Remember, it's a slanted B-Day Friday. So.